Hello, Dr. Karen Can here. Welcome to another edition of the Spiritual Medicine Digest. And whew, it has been quite a week. Well, the really great news is that I am so grateful to you, my subscribers, my friends, my family, my book publisher, my colleagues, my joint venture partners, my clients, my students, my husband, my dog. I mean, there have been so many people who have supported me in the publishing of my Sensitivity Is Your Superpower book, and we did get it to #1 international bestseller in 7 countries so far and counting. So it's really great. And you know, it's less about me and more about the impact, right? Like the impact of what that 30% of people who are highly sensitive, instead of seeing their sensitivity as a curse or something holding them back, or they're having problems because they're not normal and they want to be normal, to really see and perceive that sensitivity as a benefit, a gift, if you will. So then they can turn it into a superpower. So I'm so excited that this book launch was a fantastic, out of this world success. And I want to thank you for being part of it. And if you are watching this video near the time of the launch, December 2020, we're likely having the gift page up still, which is sensitivityisyoursuperpower.com. So when you buy the book on Amazon, you put in your Amazon order number there, and you get access to over $1,000 of free gifts, including 3 of my own: the Heartline Harmonizer, the Sensitive Soul Rescue Remedy, as well as the Breatharian Blueprint, and then wonderful, amazing meditations, healings, trainings, courses, you know, from my wellness colleagues and my healer colleagues. So I think you're absolutely going to love it. So just go to sensitivityisyoursuperpower.com to get access to that. And I'm just so very grateful, you know, for everyone that has made this a bestseller. And like I said, it's really about the impact, so that when people look on Amazon, and they're looking for help, you know, from being an empath and, you know, alternative medicine or holistic medicine, like they can actually see the book, you know, and maybe click on it. Maybe something attracts them in the cover or the title, and then they can see, wait a second, you know, that's me. I'm suffering from autoimmune disease or multiple chemical sensitivities or fibromyalgia or chronic fatigue syndrome, you know, maybe there's something to this. Maybe I can get some help. And so we want to help as many people as possible. So I still want to appreciate you for, first of all, you know, supporting the book launch, sharing it with people. Please do continue sharing it with people, because we want to affect millions in a positive way all around the world. And what's really heartwarming is that the book did super well in like from Australia to the UK to France to Italy to China, you know, US, Canada, you know, like so Spain. I mean, so many different places. And it is so awesome, you know, to have that light, you know, reach all those areas on our planet. Yay! Okay, so the topic for this week is all about being in harmony with everything. Now, we talked about harmony previously, but one of the things that that I didn't mention before, maybe in as much detail, is that there is a positive morphic field, or fields, if you will, that encompasses us being harmonious in all aspects of the word to everything that we come across. We are in an incarnated, you know, body in this timeline, and everything else that is incarnated, or everything else that may not be incarnated but is in existence in our reality. Now, what I mean by that is manifested. Okay, so manifested on some level, from the void to being manifested. So there's this whole process of manifesting. So anything that's manifested, we have a relationship with, and we want that relationship to be as harmonious as possible. Now, one of the things I didn't mention in the past, but I would really like to highlight today, is that some of us have a pretty tall order, if you will, regarding our life's mission or mini missions. And in that space, those of us that have that high responsibility level, one of the things we are, I shouldn't say expected to do, but we expect ourselves to be able to do, is really embody that unconditional love energy with everything and everyone. And that also means being in harmony with everything and everyone. So it's easy for us to Imagine being harmonious, right, with nature and the sun and the moon, although some people feel it's some sort of spaceship. But anyway, but it's like, the so-called positive things that people are easily drawn to. Waterfalls and rainbows and, harmonious with our planet and other people, right? But we don't often think about how we can become harmonious with seemingly disharmonious energies that, generally speaking, would be harmful to our human bodies or psyche. But guess what? You can be. So you're like, well, wait a second. So Dr. Karen, you're saying that I can be harmonious with entities? I can be harmonious with negative ingredients in a vaccine, or I can be harmonious with mind control? Like, what are you talking about, right? Let me explain a little bit more. Harmony in this case is a relationship harmony, right? When we're not in harmony, we are in some way, shape, or form in resistance. So it's like if all that came from the one, whether you call it the void or the singularity or whatever you want to call it, right? And we are all perspectives or fractals of that one. It's possible to have harmony among all of that, even though we have different perspectives. And case in point, think about the US elections. Well, maybe you don't want to think about it, but anyway, so for just a moment, just think about the US elections. We've got the two main parties, the Democrats and the Republicans, and they're fighting, so to speak, or at odds or at war with each other, and each person's perspective is different, and each party's perspective is different. So from the Democratic, I'm generalizing here, but from that point of view, they're like, hey, you know what, Trump is an idiot. He's a horrible president. We need to get him out of here. So Biden is a much better, more light, person, and is much more reasonable. And we're not going to have this draconian whatever, dictatorship that Trump is, right? And then you've got the Republicans that say, wait a second, we've got tons of evidence that the elections were rigged. We want truth. We want, and look at us. We are not in the streets rioting right now, okay? And they're afraid the Democrats would, if Trump won, and they feel that the other side is draconian and filled with dark and all this kind of stuff, right? So there's this disharmony and resistance of these two factions, if you will. But what if it was possible? What if it was possible to be harmonious, even though you have a difference of opinion and a difference in perception? Because the whole point of being incarnated in this timeline is to experience different perceptions and to experience being in a body. So in the big picture, I like big picture stuff, as many people know who know me. In the big picture, okay, I've got friends who both sides, but I got friends, who are Republican and saying, well, Dr. Karen, can you please pray for us, and can you, let's do some healing to make sure Trump wins the election. And so what I say to them is, I said, look, don't focus on Trump winning the election. Because in your mind's eye and your judgment is that him winning the election is oh my gosh, everything's better. He's going to do all this great stuff and, whatever, right? So you're hinging how you feel based on what you think in your limited human mind, what's going to make the difference in the world. Okay. And I would love for you to expand that perception to something bigger. And the easiest thing is to go, okay, so at the end of the day, what is it that both Republicans and Democrats, and remember, this is just an example of the harmony thing we're talking about, what is it that they both want? Okay, they obviously have differing perceptions about which president they want, because they have a perception that that's going to make a difference, right? I'm not saying it is not going to, but that's their perception. But they disagree on that. So let's go above that. What is it that both sides want? Really, I'm not talking about, the Illuminati or the elite or what they want. Okay, I'm talking about the average, everyday, good person. Okay, what is it that they want? Because I know good people on both sides, of this, this warring political game. And if I said to both parties, I said, do you desire health? Absolutely, right? Radiant health, absolutely. Okay. Do you desire prosperity for all? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Do you desire joy in relationship? Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. Would you love it if we had world peace? Oh my God, yes, that would be so great, right? So all these commonalities are there. So instead of focusing on who you think should win based on your human perception of what is going to be for the highest and greatest good for all, focus on the end result that you want to manifest and stay there. Resonate, vibrate in that future reality where we are at peace, where we have a sustainable planet, even if you think it's kind of far-fetched at this moment, okay? But if you look at the scientists and, around the world and all these different people, of course, many of them are getting censored, but but if you have gotten the wind and understand of what they're talking about, this Thrive movie, right? Thrive 1, Thrive 2. So this is absolutely physically possible. Now that you know it's physically possible, can you imagine it better? Can you commit to imagining and vibrating and embodying the frequency of that future reality of all of mankind being in peace and harmony? I know there's some little doubt here. That's your ego mind talking. I get it. I have it too. All right. And you go, thank you for sharing. And you just keep going. You just keep focusing on that. Because at the end of the day, that is really what we truly want. We don't want necessarily in our heart of hearts a certain president. Okay. What we want is harmony. What we want is prosperity. We want health. We want joy. We want relationship. We want sustainability. We want our children, our grandchildren, our great grandchildren to have a beautiful world that they can enjoy. That's at the end of the day what it is. So for us to be in harmony with everything means being in harmony with things that we don't like. So if you happen to know Topican healing or divine muscle testing, check. How harmonious am I to Mother Earth in this timeline? How harmonious am I to all of humanity? How harmonious am I to entities or negative entities? How harmonious am I to this political system? Or how harmonious am I to this ideal? Or now remember, we're generally talking about things that are manifest, right? And you can even check, how harmonious am I to the least thing that I'm harmonious to? So how harmonious is the least harmony score, the lowest harmony score I have with anything or anyone in this timeline, and get a score. And you could get like 1%. And that's okay. No biggie. But then right? So then you can make the intention of harmonizing yourself with everything and everyone. Now, sometimes you do need to know details about why you're not harmonious with anything or something. And you may have to, if you're in Topican, healing, you may have to refer to the guides to figure out what that is. But a lot of times you don't need to know necessarily what it is or why it's there. It's very common. So all you need to do really is just make the intention and do, in this case, I do Topican healing, so I would just do Topican healing directive to create that harmony within yourself. So I'm going to give that directive to you right now. So this is what you do. You go into stillness, okay? And I'll put a link near this video so you know how to do that. And it's 26-minute training. It's free. So you go into that stillness space. You feel the energy within your body. And in that space, you say the directive out loud. I now command that I be completely harmonious with everything and everyone in the highest and best way, all directions of time, with ease and grace. And you can add, if you would like, anything preventing this, be healed now too, in the highest and best way. Thank you. Super simple. You could even play this part of the video over again and just, intend for that to heal yourself. And then let me know in the comments below how that feels in your body. Because if you're in the stillness and you're feeling energy in your body, you may notice a shift. I'd like to know what you notice in that shift. So being in harmony with everything, even things we don't like, even entities, even negative things, even curses, anything, that is really high level stuff. I was going to say SHIT, but I'm going to not swear today. So that's high level stuff. So let me know how that feels. That is that message from Source this week for us to be in harmony. And I got some work to do for myself as well. So it's not like I'm perfect and you're not and you got to fix yourself. No, no, no. This is about the work we do together individually and as a collective. As I do the work, that helps other people do the work. As you do the work, it helps me do the work, right? So we're all helping each other, just like we all helped each other with this book launch, which I highly, 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 highly am grateful for. So a couple of announcements this week. If you're having unusual sixth sense activation and awakening as part of your spiritual journey, then the guest for Monday's show, Von Galt, is going to be really fun for you to listen to. And she's actually taking callers as well live. So she has a new book called Buddhist Mandalas Explore Parallel Realities with Sacred Geometry. Woo! Sounds amazing. So she explains how everyone is energy and seen in sacred geometry, and we are souls having a human experience. So she's going to explain how and what these fifth dimensional awarenesses is, and how some sixth senses that people may see as the earth moves into the fifth dimension. So we're talking about clairvoyance, clairsentience, all that kind of stuff. And some of us have, some of the people in my group have asked for more details on that. So this is perfect. We have another perspective here. Von Galt's, wonderful perspective of how that all works. So I'm really looking forward to interviewing her. And by the way, she interviewed me for my book, so I will post that link near this video as well, so you can check it out. So live on Monday. So let me check what day that is. Hang on. So that is the 14th. Yes, the 14th of December 2020. And if you can't make it live at 12 noon Eastern, I totally understand. You can just click the link and it'll be archived and recorded for you. And if you're calling in live, awesome. You can even, put it in the chat if you are live on the call on Monday. So the other thing I want to share with you is I'll put the link to the replay of the book launch party and the transformational telepathy workshop. So it's going to be a limited time replay. So you definitely want to, it's part of the book. So the transformational telepathy is a chapter in the book, and we go through and in greater sophistication, if you will, than what we have in the book. So definitely check that out and learn that. We don't only just do telepathy level 1, but we talk about how you would do level 2, 2A and 2B. And give you real world, real life examples of how to do that. So you can do that right away. Very excited about your superpowers. Yes. I hope you're as excited as I am about your superpowers. Okay. And we were able to gift 5 of my programs to some amazing souls live on the call as well. So you'll see some of that in the replay. So it's an hour. And yes, you can click the link near this video. So you can learn that transformational telepathy through that workshop. And again, last but not least, I am so very grateful for you being part of this journey with me. Last announcement is that I'm going to be doing a masterclass. Yes, I know, some people are like, before Christmas? I'm like, yes. I'm inspired to do a masterclass. It's going to be on the 19th, so I believe that is a Saturday. Yes, okay, Saturday. So get on my mailing list, so we'll tell you all the details. But the masterclass is called Healing Faster Than the Speed of Light. Our working subtitle is How to Release Pain, Restore Your Vitality, and reboot your life. I have not practiced that. So reboot your life. So we're going to talk all about energy healing, light medicine, topic healing, how that all works. And I really hope that you can be there. So just stay on my mailing list. We are going to give you more details and also post a link near this video where you can go ahead and register for that. All right. So thank you so much for joining me. I'm looking forward to speaking with you next week on the Spiritual Medicine Digest. Lots of love. Bye for now.